Hello everyone and welcome back to another solo video of Factorio. Yes, it's still solo. I've started off in a new world here. As you can see, it's a completely different terrain. As of yet, I don't see any alien camps, so I guess... I put it to an even higher danger setting, so maybe I don't know. I'm sure we'll start seeing some pop up soon. But anyway, I'm basically to where I was when I last left off. I've got the coal machine working here, putting coal into the iron factories, just like that. And I added this cool little radar over here. Its purpose is basically just to explore the map so you don't have to. But putting it close to your base, I've learned, is really not the best idea. As you can see, it's like explored 4 sectors over here. They're basically just all trees. So I guess it's more worth it to put kind of far away from your base. So of course those sectors haven't, they've been appearing kind of over time. First it was just this one, then I waited like a few minutes and then it started expanding. So who knows, maybe it'll cover this entire place. Oh look, it just did one. However slow it might be, it seems to be doing something. So I've been leaving it here. It sure is consuming a lot of electricity, but it seems to be doing something. I also made the copper machine coalified, so now it will be receiving coal eternally. One thing I learned about copper, it's really easy to harvest. So you really only need like one of these things and you'll just be good on copper forever. Unless you have a really high copper demanding project, then yeah, copper's kind of not really a necessity with a million electric mining drills. I've also simplified up this potion maker. As you can see, I have a iron chest here. You put iron in there, and it gives it to this machine, which makes gears, which is put into here, and it makes potions, and this wraps around here, goes to that inserter. So it's basically like you can expand this design forever. You could just put another gear assembly machine here and just keep going. So I gave myself a lot of room there. And of course I could just move this up a little. I didn't really expect I'd have this much room in the end. Probably gonna fill that room with something later. I also wanted to show you guys what I was showing you last episode. Not about the aliens. No, don't worry. I haven't seen any aliens close to base this time. About the steam engine. As you can see, what I've done here, I've put a conveyor belt filled with coal all the way down here and inserters going into the boilers. What this means is that if the coal in this boiler, if it goes below 5, then the inserter will automatically put 5 coal in, and apparently 5 coal is its maximum number of awesomeness for like all machines, I guess. I'm not really sure, because I noticed when it has less than 5 coal, this does not produce as much electricity, so I guess 5 is the max. But I also gave myself a lot of room to expand here, more inserters. But that's for later. Don't really need that much electricity now, though I will soon. And yes, the only difference is I really only have one laboratory, which I think I will change now. And while I'm crafting these things, I might as well show you guys what it looks like when your power is not substantial for the amount of machines you have. If you click on here, you see electricity. It's about halfway, and it should be up to the full bar. It should be, that green bar should fill the entire black section. As you can see, it's going into the reds now. Production, yeah, it's I wish they would change that so production kind of like lowered satisfaction load with it, but oh well. Yeah, I think I'm gonna also add a few more boilers and maybe another steam engine here. There we go. 2 more steam engines and 3 more boilers. The cool thing about this is you can tell when you need another steam engine when these boilers aren't running and these 3 are the only ones actually doing anything, because that means only water is passing through these, like just water. They're not actually heating up any water or doing anything. So if I got another steam engine, I could successfully up to production. As you can see, that one turned on and then turned back off. And wow, okay. Maybe I need a few more steam engines. Did that work? Now this one is off. What? I'd expect you'd need to be doing more water for the thing to... What? What? Well, I stand corrected then. Apparently, well, let's see. No, production is really good now. Yeah, I'm good for quite a few years, but it turns on periodically. That one turned on periodically, and that one was constantly on. But I want to see something. If I remove this one, will they all turn on? Nope. Now only that one's on. Well, now it's two on. Okay. If I put it back. Oh, there we go. Maybe it was just a glitch. Okay, never mind. Wait. You know what? I'm not even going to pretend I even understand a small fraction of what's going on there. But all I know is more boilers and more steam engines just equals more power. So, yeah, I'm not going to complain about that. Now to put in my next few labs, which I think I'm going to do it like this down here, because I like to keep my workspace free up here. This is my good old workspace of goodies. Now I can take the potions from here and spread them all out around here. What annoys me about this game that I definitely think should be changed is if I tried to have this and then like fourth it by putting a stack here and then halving it again, it would just go right back here. So I mean, it's a good auto sorting system, but like if I want to have a special sort of organization, it just wouldn't be possible. So that's kind of unfortunate. I'm glad Minecraft doesn't do that. No, that looks pretty good. I might have two up here as well, so I can have all of these and put them in more, but I definitely think that's more than enough for my needs. What I need now, oh yes, this is what I'm going to get next, guys. Steel process. George. Shut up. Why me? No! Well, apologies for that interruption. That was my rude friend, George. George, do you just have to meow every time I start talking? Ugh, it sounds like he said yes. That annoys me. Oh, goodness gracious. This is my life, usually. Just getting meowed at by a cat all day. It's just what happens. It's so evil. It's like he wants to terrorize me. Oh, thank God. Steel processing is finally finished. The great thing about... One second. Oh, God. Okay, I think I dealt with the threat, guys. He's still meowing, but it's really distant now. I hope it doesn't show up too much on the video. Anyway, I want steel processing because I can get these three items, which are incredibly useful for just basic doing things. The steel axe is like 2 times better than the iron axe, which I'm using now, which is like a million times better than your fist, but still, steel axe would be great. A steel chest can hold like 48 items. Oh my goodness. It holds a lot of stuff, so it's good for storage, and I love my storage. Steel plates, those are just basic crafting for stuff like railroad tracks. I like railroad tracks. Yeah, I'm gonna say that instead of trains, because I feel like that's gonna be a bit better. Okay, so, for steel processing, to make steel, you can't just make it with your hands like everything else. You have to make it in a furnace. And the easiest way to do this, I've found, is instead of like taking from your iron production, just make another electric mining drill and then have that making steel. So you can have one chest for iron and one chest for steel, and the steel will never be taken from the iron because, you know, believe me, steel it takes 5 pieces of iron to make one steel, and it just gets really, really iron consuming basically. You won't have any iron left over if you take from your iron supply. So, and it's really easy to make as well, so like in 10 seconds you could have 2 steel and lose 10 iron, which is not optimal, but you know. Okay, well, you guys probably already know the steps, so I'm going to do the simple ones first. First thing I did was just clear out 1,000,000 trees, because I want a big area. I always like my big areas for doing things. Just a lot of space makes me feel a bit less claustrophobic. Then I will hook this up to the power network as a new electric mining drill. Get myself some more track and furnaces. And now I can do basically what I did down here, but double it. So I'd have another thing of this on this side as well, and then the stuff would come out here and go down to the chest. So I'm going to do this sideways. It's a bit harder with the change of perspective, but I've done this before, so pretty much know it by heart. For all the times I played this game and then died playing it, it's pretty sad actually, but I have that set up, and now the music is really ominous, which is always creepy. First time I heard that ominous music, I was quite freaked out. They really need to change that in some way. It doesn't need to be that ominous, guys. So the great thing about this design with the coal here, I can just continue it down this line, so really it's just very easy to replicate in the end. Yes, I'm using fast inserters now, which I really should have been doing earlier, but I'm gonna start changing these out. As I said, I put down 2 more normal inserters. Power that all up, and now all I need to do is connect it to the good old coal system. And there we go, the fast inserters going insane and having good old seizures as usual. And coal is delivered to the furnaces, which, when put in there, if there's 5 pieces in there, it will turn into something amazing. Just as soon as it's done smelting. Not gonna take too much longer. There we go, it's done! And we have 1 steel plate. These steel plates, they're just the best thing in the game. So I'm going to make sure to connect this with my storage network. Taking this over here. I'm going to give myself a lot of room in case I want to expand this design. God darn trees! Much better. Okay, and now I'll just run out of transport belts again. Are you making transport belts? Are you making transport belts? There's a stupid cat in the background that won't stop me out! And there we go. As soon as I get another lamp to make it symmetrical, because God knows I'll die of OCD if it's not symmetrical. The steel should now be coming in, and look at that! All the beautiful steel I could ever want. And now I can make 2 steel axes. They're so much better than these iron axes. Let me go show you how fast they chop trees. It literally takes like 1 or 2 chops. Like, watch this. Boom! It's like a chainsaw or something. Except when the transport belt's moving and you can't fully chop it down, but besides that, yeah, these things are just amazing. They also pick up items a lot faster. Like, look at that. It's insane. That isn't right. There we go. So steel is very, very useful in this day and age. The last thing I'm going to do in this episode is probably the grueling project that we all knew was coming, replacing every single inserter with a fast inserter. Luckily, there's no inserter faster than a fast inserter, which isn't really lucky for late game, but it kind of is, because in late game you have so many inserters. Replacing every single one with a fast inserter is murder. So, yeah, oh my goodness, I've got a lot of it ahead of me. Actually, I think I know the perfect way to end this episode. How about 15 minutes of silence of a person replacing orange with blue? I think you guys want to see that, so I'm definitely gonna do that. Yeah, that seems like a really good idea. So, yeah, just let me know in the comments how much you enjoy 15 minutes of me replacing every single inserter with a fast inserter, and then crafting more when I run out, because I will run out so often, it's not even funny. That's it. I can't take any more of this. I can't take it!